We recommend that as a consumer, you exercise your due diligence and research all strategies recommended to you before adopting them in your own business. Please review our full disclaimer video and documents prior to viewing this video. Repetitive job plans can be used for both preventative maintenance, known as PMs, and as asset-specific job plans. Asset-specific job plans are not scheduled, while PMs should have a schedule frequency. Unlike inspection and lubrication PMs, repetitive jobs can have a parts list. Repetitive data and text can be changed at any time. Once you establish repetitive job plans through this application, you need to use the Asset Schedule Maintenance function to set up the PM schedule by which the work orders will be generated and scheduled. To create a repetitive job plan, we need to first open the Asset Maintenance window. The first step is to find the asset you wish to set up a repetitive procedure for. Do this by utilizing your Assets Query window to help find that asset. Choose the Open icon from the left side toolbar. The Asset Query window will open. Use the Asset Query fields to enter in parameters to help find the asset you wish to use for your repetitive procedure. Then select the Find button located on the right side of the window. Empac will return your search results. Select the correct asset from the list. Or to narrow your search results, you can select the Reset button on the window menu to return to the Query window in order to enter in more search parameters. You can also use the Drill Down or Drill Up button on the window menu to scroll through the asset hierarchy. Once you have found the asset you are looking for, then select the OK button on the right side of the window. The asset window will now display the asset information. Next, you need to open the Asset Repetitive Procedures window. To do this, select on the top menu links. Then select the repetitive procedures from the list. Empac will open the repetitive procedure window with the asset name in it. To edit a procedure, select the file number using the drop-down list, or to create a new procedure, enter in a new file number. Use the next consecutive number on the drop-down list for your file number. Continue to fill out the form. 1. The description field describes the type of work to be performed on the repetitive work order. 2. The action code indicates what kind of work is being performed. 3. Shutdown indicates whether it is necessary to shut down the asset to perform this work order. 4. The activity field is not currently used. 5. The reference number lets you enter a work order reference number to be associated with this work. 6. For work order to be released in advance, lead time is required. Enter in the lead time field the number of days to be subtracted from the next schedule date to compute the schedule date for the work order generation. Recommend a lead time of 14 days unless there are long-term delivery items required. 7. In the percent late field, enter a number used to compute a past due or late date for the work orders. Enter the percentage of the scheduled interval to determine the latest date the work order can be performed by. 8. In the runtime tolerance field, enter the percentage of the runtime interval to be subtracted from the next due reading when determining whether to trigger the release of a work order against the PM. 9. In the category field, select the type of work from the drop-down list. 10. The retain history field can be set, depending on whether it is necessary to keep detailed history for these work orders. 11. The clearance required is for indicating if you need to receive clearance before performing this work order. 12. The chargeback box to identify this procedure as a chargeback. When this procedure is automatically generated as a work order, it is populated with the chargeback default values. Continue to fill out the work steps on page 2 of the form. To do this, select the page 2 on the left side menu toolbar. 1. Select a craft from the drop-down list who is to perform this step. 2. Select a crew from the drop-down list which you want to assign to this step. 3. In the persons field, enter the number of persons that you require to complete the step. 4. In the hours field, enter the number of hours required to perform the step. 5. In the step text field, enter the step instruction describing the work being performed. You can have more than one step. To do this, select Edit from the top menu, then select Add a row. 6. Multi-shift allows you to indicate if the work being performed needs to occur on more than one shift. 7. Depends on step indicates if the current step is dependent upon another step before it can be performed. To add parts or materials to this repetitive procedure, select the parts icon on left side toolbar. The parts page will open. This page lets you add and maintain parts lists for performing this procedure. When the repetitive procedure is generated into a work order, a parts list is also printed on the work order, and stock issues are generated, as well as requisitions for direct items and service are released for approval for the scheduled date of the procedure. Requisition items must be added to the product catalog prior to being added onto the repetitive procedure parts page so that you can have an item number to enter. Please see the product catalog video for instructions on how to add items into the product catalog. Next, select the Save button on the left-hand side toolbar. To add associated assets to the repetitive procedure, select the Associated Assets icon on the left-hand side toolbar. The Associate Asset window will open. This window allows you to associate assets with these work orders. You can use this window for both entry and update of associated assets. You need to enter only the asset number. When you enter it, Empac automatically fills in the window's other fields. When you enter associated assets here, they will be copied to the work order when the automatic generation of work orders occurs. All information entered for this text is applied to all asset items listed. Although a work order is assigned a particular asset number, there may be other asset items to which the work order applies. It is necessary for these other pieces of equipment to be tracked to this work order. When the work order is scheduled, work on these other asset items must also be scheduled. Asset scheduled maintenance. Before you can schedule a PM procedure, it must first be created through the appropriate procedures application. 1. Repetitive procedure. 2. Inspection procedure. 3. Lubrication procedure. An asset schedule is the assignment of manpower and time intervals to a PM procedure. To open the asset schedule maintenance, select Modules from the top menu, then select Asset Management from the drop-down list, then Asset Scheduled Maintenance. The Asset Schedule Maintenance window will open. 1. Enter in the asset name or query to find the correct asset by double-clicking in the asset name field. 2. In the work order type field, select from the drop-down list repetitive. 3. In the file number field, select the number that identifies the specific PM text file you want for the asset. 4. In the craft field, choose from the drop-down list which craft will do the work. 5. In the crew field, choose from the drop-down list the crew that is to do the work. 6. In the shift field, select the shift on which the work is to be done. 7. In the schedule type field, select A. If you choose F for frequency, enter a base date and frequency to determine when the PMs are performed. The frequency is the number of times per year the PM is performed at regular intervals. B. If you choose L for list of dates, go to the schedule dates field and enter the specific dates to schedule the PMs. C. If you choose R for runtime interval, you can schedule according to meter reading. In the runtime interval field, enter the metered interval between maintenance services. D. If you choose D for days, W for weeks, M for months, or Y for years in the schedule type field. You must enter a number in the frequency field. E. The schedule from field can be set to date scheduled or date closed. Date scheduled is for work orders that always are based on a set schedule. Date closed is for work orders whose schedule is based on when the last work order was performed. F. On hold from and on hold to fields allow you to enter a beginning and ending date range in which the asset item cannot be automatically generated. Next, you need to select a base date, the date used as a starting point for the calculation of schedules. Once you have finished filling in the asset schedule, select the Save icon on the left-hand side toolbar. Close the Asset Schedule window. The automatic work order processing is normally set to run once a week to generate any PMs into work orders and schedules them. Please see our video on automatic work order processing.
Thank you for watching. If you liked our videos, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up.